Oh, good song, but boy, we don't have any hound dogs here. I love this puppy, John. Are you having a tough time maybe with your family pet? We're going to tell you how you can get some basic training questions answered this week as the family puppy in Novi hosts an Ask the Trainer session. So John Stottele is here and Trish Stottele is here. She's going to do some training. Let's talk first, John. So thanks for being here and thanks for bringing the pups in.
Well, thank you.
Now, they're stealing the show, so let's introduce our puppies here. Who do you have
This
there?
is a rat terrier. He's a little bit shy and nervous, but he's okay. He's doing fine.
Yeah, and I have this soft Wheaten, what do we call him?
Soft-coated Wheaten Terrier.
Oh, he's so sweet. He's so cuddly. He's not like my big English setter at home. And Tricia, what do you have down there?
This guy is actually a cross between a Cocker Spaniel and a miniature Schnauzer.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just ask a couple training questions right off the bat, John. One question that I have is I have a dog who's constantly jumping up on the kitchen counter and stealing food, licking the butter dish, all kinds of gross things going on there. So what do I do?
That sounds like a cat.
No,
no, that's a dog.
It's a dog. It's a tall dog.
The behavior that you're experiencing is very common, and that's the problem we have with dogs and families is we don't know how. Everyone wants to do well with their dog, but we don't really know the best way to do that. So what we use is positive reinforcement training with a clicker, and we use that to mark the behavior, and Tricia can talk a little bit more about that. But to give positive, I mean, we remember in 8th grade science, you talk about Pavlov?
Yes.
You remember that, everybody remembers that. We're using that same concept that was at the turn of the century to train dogs today, and it went on to another psychologist, B.F. Skinner, that used operant training, operant conditioning,
so
which is what we call
positive reinforcement work, instead of me screaming like a maniac at the dog when she makes a mistake, I should be positively reinforcing her good behavior?
Well, the problem is dogs don't talk our language. Right. So you screaming at the dog doesn't help.
No, clearly it doesn't.
So let's do something with, I mean, the thing that dogs most want is either food or your attention. So let's use food or rewards or a toy or whatever reward you might give them to get them to understand what we want them to do.
All right, so let's talk about what Trish is doing right now. So what are you doing with that little one?
Well, so he has actually never been clicker trained before, so we're starting all fresh with him, and we've already loaded the clicker, which...
What's the clicker? Show us.
What the clicker is just a little tiny device, and all you have to do is push a little button here. And what the clicker does for the puppy is it actually marks the behavior that you're looking for.
Is clicker good or bad?
Click means good. So what they do is you're going to associate that a click means that I get a treat. So in this hand, I'm holding my treats. Yeah. And in this hand, I hold my clicker. And as soon as he gives the behavior that I'm looking for.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for his bottom to hit the ground and his feet to hit the ground at the same time. So we're actually just shaping the behavior where he's doing it on his own. And then as soon as he gives me that behavior, I click, so it marks the exact moment in time that he does the good behavior.
Aw. All right, that's interesting. So do we all need to have these clickers at home? Is that what we're saying?
You should. And you can just use the word good boy or that's it or yes or whatever. But the problem with that is if you train your dog and say yes, and if you have a child that says yes, that's a different word to a dog. Where the clicker standardizes that. So it makes everybody in the household, no matter what age they are, they can all use the same reward system. And it really works a lot quicker for the dog to understand.
Right, you have to train the household.
That's right.
And then train the dog, right? On how to train the dog. So you're hosting this Ask the Trainer session coming up at the Fountain Walk in Novi.
Yes. On Wednesday from 6 to 8, we've kind of partnered with the American Kennel Club. They have a program they just started about 8 months ago called Good Dog Helpline. And we pay for that for all of our puppies, but people can come in and through Skype, we're going to be able to let them talk to a trainer firsthand, live, and ask their questions. So you can come and ask about your dog getting on the counter.
Oh man, I need a whole hour just for my dog. The goal though is that you've got to work on these behavior issues so that people are happy with their dogs, so we don't have dogs that end up in shelters and get kicked out of the house.
The number one reason dogs are relinquished is because of training, and we really need to work better at that.
All right, and these pups are up for sale at the family?
They are. At our stores. We have 4 different locations, and these are at the Novi store.
All right. Oh, Amy, I don't want to give him back. He's so sweet. I can't take you home. I wish I could.
I know, that's where you get into trouble, Dina, with this job. You see the cutest animals and you want to bring them home, and then your husband's like,
what?
What have you done?
Right.
A little cool out there if you're taking the dogs out to potty. Derek Kevra's